Here's your daily news roundup from 97.9 WGBW.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update. The stepmother of a 14-year-old girl found weighing just 35 pounds in Oneida will be in court next week. Melissa Goodman was recently appointed an attorney, allowing the case to proceed. Her preliminary hearing is scheduled for Tuesday, December 16th. Goodman, along with her husband and adult daughter, faces 3 counts of chronic neglect of a child resulting in great bodily harm and 2 more neglect charges for emotional damage. Goodman's daughter and her partner, Kayla Stemler, will be in court for their preliminary hearings 3 days after Goodman's. Her husband, the girl's father, Walter Goodman, is set to be in court again in January. The victim's family says the girl is now staying with relatives on her mother's side and continuing to recover. One more community Christmas parade is being iced out by the Arctic blast headed our way. The community of Clintonville has decided to cancel their Christmas parade scheduled for Saturday night. Clintonville joins numerous communities around northeast Wisconsin forced to cancel their holiday parades this winter due to unsafe winter weather conditions. And speaking of those winter weather conditions, get ready for an icy blast of cold headed our way tomorrow. Forecasters say a bit of light snow tonight will usher in the coldest air of the season so far into the weekend. Brutally cold temps tomorrow in the single digits could drop to 20 or 30 below zero with the wind chill. That could lead to our first cold weather advisory tonight into tomorrow. Keep an eye out for extreme cold warnings from the National Weather Service. So what does that all mean exactly? Basically, whenever it gets that cold outside, any exposed skin can freeze in a matter of minutes, causing not only frostbite but life-threatening conditions like hypothermia. So make sure to dress in layers and cover all exposed skin, including your face, with a scarf, hat, mittens, or gloves anytime you're outside. Kyle Rittenhouse, who killed 2 people and wounded a third at a Black Lives Matter protest in Kenosha, is back in the spotlight and sharing photos of his gun-toting new wife. Rittenhouse was 17 when he drew national attention for the shootings. He was charged with homicide in Wisconsin, but acquitted in 2021. In his recent social media post, Rittenhouse announced his marriage, posting a photo of his bride holding an AR-style rifle in her wedding gown. Along with the photos, Rittenhouse says in the post, "I'm back on social media, I'm back in the fight, and I'm here to stay." We're just 2 weeks away from Christmas, which means it's crunch time if you've got gifts to send. USPS says if you want your packages to get somewhere in the U.S. in time for Christmas, you need to send them by this coming Wednesday, December 17th. That's 5 days from now. You can wait another day or 2, but you'll end up paying more for faster delivery service. The Powerball jackpot would make a pretty sweet Christmas gift right about now. If you don't typically buy lottery tickets, you might want to make an exception today. Not only did no one win the Powerball jackpot last Wednesday, the full jackpot hasn't been won since early September. That means it's climbed to $1 billion jackpot right now. That's the 7th largest jackpot in history. If you win, you'll have the choice of getting about $34.5 million every year for the next 3 decades, or you could take the lump sum payment estimated at $461.3 million. The next drawing for the Powerball jackpot is tomorrow night. With news at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM, I'm Connie Fellman, 97.9 WGBW News.
A win for the Bucks. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. NBA, the Bucks with a much-needed victory, 116-101 over the Boston Celtics in 5-serve form. Milwaukee's Kyle Kuzma with a season-high 31 points. Doc Rivers says the adjustments they worked on in practice this week leading up to the game worked.
One of the things we talked to you guys about going in the break was correcting our spacing. I thought we had room tonight. Guys wasn't in the wrong spots. When a guard drove, he knew where the other guy was at. I thought we played a very organized basketball game tonight.
NFL, the Packers fly to Denver tomorrow to play the Broncos Sunday afternoon at 3:25. Denver tied for first place in the AFC with a record of 11-2. How has Denver been able to win so many close games with a young quarterback like Bo Nix?
9 of the 11 games, they've come back in the fourth quarter, and so I think that obviously deservingly so, he gets a ton of credit for that. And then the defense and special teams, I mean, it's a really good football team.
That's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur with Sports on Mike Clemens.
Cloudy today with a little light snow later this afternoon. It won't be much, half-inch or less of accumulation. Our high today right around 21. Tonight, some clouds, patchy blowing snow down to 5 below. Tomorrow, sunny and cold with a high of only 1 above. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable.
That's your Green Bay News Roundup from 97.9 WGBW. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And find more news anytime at WGBW.FM.